cut your wicks, my friends. And it's gonna smell like old books up in here today. All right, Mercury Retrograde. Hello, the witch is back. Hello, my name is Christy and I'm a witch. Today, I want to talk about Mercury Retrograde. Well, planetary retrograde? Let's talk about Mercury Retrograde. What is it? Why is it? When is it? Where is Gamora? Who is Gamora? Why is Gamora? Apparent retrograde occurs when, based on the speed and orbit of a planet from the vantage point of Earth, when we're looking at it, an optical illusion happens where it looks like it's going backwards. I'm going to try to insert a little graphic that shows what I'm talking about. So you can see that they are both moving forwards, but if we were looking at it from the skies, it looks like it's moving backwards, but it's just because of the direction that we are moving and that it's moving at the same time. Sort of like when you're sitting in a car and a car is sitting next to you, and then you both start moving, but you start moving a little bit faster, so it kind of, from your perspective, looks like it's moving backwards. It's like that, but with space. All of the planets go retrograde. It's not just Mercury. Venus goes retrograde every 18 months for about 4 to 6 weeks. All of the other planets will go retrograde for multiple months at a time, but Mercury's really fast and has kind of an egg-shaped orbit, so it goes into apparent retrograde for about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 times a year. So we just hear about it happening and then not happening a lot more often. Mercury retrograde, or the shadow period, occurs for about 2 weeks before and after the actual retrograde. Many find those windows, the retrograde periods, to be worse than the retrograde periods. It's kind of like a transitional point. It's us going from one state to another state. We're transitioning. It's kind of clumsy, it's kind of messy, it's kind of a disaster. And then by the time it actually happens fully, we have transitioned to it. So why is Mercury retrograde this like bad thing? Each of the planets are ruled by certain characteristics. When planets go retrograde, they are apparently optically moving backwards. So basically these traits and characteristics that each planet rules can get a little wonky when it's going backwards. In astrology, Mercury is a planet of communication, coordination, and transportation. So basically when the Mercury is going retrograde, those things can get a little confused. Just like when we're looking at the planet and going, why is it moving backwards? Things can just get a little weird until you get adjusted to it. Mercury retrograde warns of misunderstandings, issues with travel, issues with technology, issues with plans falling apart. It might sound scary, but it does not have to be. Mercury retrograde can also mean people from your past coming back into your life, which could be perceived as a good or a bad thing depending on that person, I guess. Original plans not working out could actually wind up being in your favor instead of setting you back. So what can you do about Mercury retrograde? Well, give yourself a little bit more travel time, just in case. Be patient with yourself, with others, with technology. Know that misunderstandings might happen. Be careful with communication, how you communicate with others, how others are communicating with you. From a witch perspective, you can do cleansings to try to get rid of any stagnant energy, any negative energy from yourself, from your space. You can wear warding amulets or have wards on your house that will protect you from some of the effects of retrograde or retrograde. But at the end of the day, you just kind of have to be patient with it. Are you done with me? And most importantly, remember that Mercury isn't actually going backwards. It just looks like it is. It's all about perspective. Yes, things might get a little chaotic, might get a little bit weird, that you might have a couple of setbacks, but you can also use that energy instead of as a chaotic, bad, setting you back, causing all of these problems, going backwards and reflecting on past communications, on how you can improve, on how things can get better, on past relationships, past friendships. A lot of times Mercury retrograde can bring people from your past that you want back in your life, back into your life. So it's not all bad. It gets a bad rep, but it's just change, things that are moving in a direction that we did not expect. So don't panic too much and just try to make the best of it. All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Say bye, bud. Okay.